In this video, we will provide step-by-step instructions for healthcare professionals on how to customize Oval-8 finger splints. Adjusting an Oval-8 to alter the length and size, or to hold a joint in slight flexion or hyperextension, takes only seconds using a narrow nozzle heat gun. We also recommend self-closing tweezers or pliers to hold the splint and a finger goniometer. We will be demonstrating how to adjust both the classic beige splints and the new Oval-8 clear splints that are made from different materials and must be handled differently to achieve the best results. When treating a mallet finger with an Oval-8, sometimes the splint that fits properly is too long to allow for full PIP flexion. We are going to show you how to shorten the splint, and when we shorten it, the splint will get deeper and will fit a size larger. To accommodate the change in size, we are going to adjust a splint that is one size smaller to achieve the proper fit. For this demonstration, we are going to use the beige splint that requires 3 to 4 seconds of heat on each side where the band and the oval section meet. Use the tweezer or pliers to hold the end of the splint. Hold the heat gun about 1/4 inch away from the splint where the band and the oval section meet. Keep the heat gun moving while you count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When you see the material get shiny, turn the splint and heat the other side to a slow count of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Remove the tweezers and gently squeeze the ends of the oval section to shorten it, and carefully hold the sides of the splint to prevent the sides from spreading out. Let the splint cool for 5 to 10 seconds and try it on the DIP joint. Check for a snug fit and for full PIP flexion. If you have a secure fit and full PIP flexion, you've done a great job. If you went too far or not far enough, simply reheat the splint for about 2 seconds and carefully adjust it in minor increments. Now we are going to demonstrate how to adjust a clear splint to hold the PIP in 20 to 25 degrees of flexion. This adjustment will be the opposite of what we did to the beige splint. In this demonstration, we will flatten and lengthen the splint to decrease the depth and make the splint hold the joint at an angle. The splint will need to fit tighter to hold the PIP in flexion, and it is best to adjust a size that slips on easily. The clear splints require only 2 to 3 seconds of heat and very light touch to make the adjustment. Again, we'll use our tweezers or pliers to hold the end of the splint and hold the heat gun about 1/4 inch away from the splint where the band and the oval section meet. Keep the heat gun moving while you count 1 and 2 and 3. Be sure to watch the splint carefully as it's harder to see when the clear material gets shiny. Turn the splint and heat the other side to a slow count of 1 and 2 and 3. Press down lightly on the oval section and up on the band. Gently hold the sides of the splint to help maintain the shape. Let it cool and then try the splint on the finger. Measure the joint to see if you have the 20 to 25 degrees of flexion. It is helpful to teach the wearer to hold their PIP joint in slight flexion to help the splint slip over the joint. If you need to make another minor change, let the splint cool for a minute or two and then reheat it for 1 to 2 seconds. It is best to let these clear splints cool for 5 to 10 minutes before it's worn full time, as some patients will tend to push against the splint when they straighten their finger. Simply instruct them to stop pushing their finger straight once they feel the splint touch the top of their finger. It will take a few days, but they will learn to let the Oval-8 block the hyperextension. Remember, less is more when adjusting an Oval-8. It is better to underdo than overdo. You can always make additional adjustments if needed.